Welcome, everyone, to the Incredicast podcast. I'm Adam Hurst, here with David Kerrigan. And what happened this weekend at Michigan?
Welcome back, everyone, to the Ford Show. That's what happened. My goodness. And we found Penske. We found them. They were there. Blaney, Keselowski, and Logano were all up there. They were running, and it would be the Ford Show. We congratulate Clint Bowyer on his second win with Stonehouse Racing, and also the second year of this year. Second win of this year, excuse me.
Wow, 2 whole years of this year. Yeah, that would be the story of the day. Before the race, Clint Bowyer said he hated rain. He wished it would quit raining. That's kind of ironic because he would win because of the rain. But rewinding all the way back to the beginning, Kurt Busch was on pole. He had a monster of a lap there. And
Track record,
yes. And ended up on the pole. But for his brother Kyle Busch, he had to start in the back for a splitter adjustments that was not legal. I don't know how you can have an illegal splitter, but oh well, that works.
With his teammates as well were there.
Yeah, his Eric Jones and Denny Hamlin. Daniel Suarez was okay, though. The only Gibbs car to actually not have a penalty. And since of the rain, we had a competition caution on lap 25. You know how those things go.
It used to be wet, so now we need to pit. That is what they say.
Yeah.
I'm not making a joke.
Well, it was wet this morning, so
we
have to pit. We would see the common theme of this year: Ford's Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick, Bubba Wallace and David Reagan. They would end up having a collision, spinning out. But also another spin that happened later on was Matt Kenseth. This is notable because this will be his last race until September. So, last race of the summer for Kenseth. Didn't go too well for him.
Yeah, and he came into Roush, and so far, even though his track performance with the results haven't been good, we're hearing a lot of word from Roush that their cars are improving. And I mean, when you get someone like Matt Kenseth with the knowledge and the experience that he has, he can make any race team improve. So he's been helping out the cars both on the track and off the track, the organization. So really happy to see him still there, and can't wait for September.
Yeah. And with that wreck of Matt Kenseth, there would be a one-lap shootout because NASCAR is so scared of the rain, they had to get the stage over with. Ryan Blaney would end up showing the veterans how it is, win stage 1, and that would be, I think, his 4th stage win of the season.
Yeah.
Then we move on to stage 2. Then we would see Casey Kane, Austin Dillon. They take 2 tires. But for Kane, it actually worked for a few laps. And then he started to fall back. And with the restart, though, Bubba Wallace, he stayed out. And then for some reason, fell back to the back. And then like everyone was like 3 wide, 4 wide on the restart. It was just a weird restart that happened. Because there's one to rush the race, so
we had a IndyCar restart. Nobody knew what they were doing because that's how it usually is in IndyCar. My goodness, but yeah. So then we like to play a game, a brand new segment on our game, on our podcast. My goodness, we don't believe that this new game is going to stay around for long. However, today we'll play it. It's called What Happened to Martin Truex? Where is he? So, Adam, where did the 78 car go?
Well, to be honest, he kind of stayed in the same place, which is around 15th through 20th all day. It was just kind of a weird day for Truex. He had like some weird rain that fell on his car earlier that morning. Michael Waltrip during the grid walk.
Amen with a thunderbolt, Michael Waltrip.
Yeah, and then I don't know. It's just his car was off all day. He was around 15th, 18th. At one point, he was like 23rd. In his words, he said, "They suck." And they just sucked all day. That's all they did. And
I wonder what that translates to.
I don't know.
How's the car feeling? It sucks.
Coming off the Pocono win, he just did not have a great race. But, he's already locked into the playoffs. It doesn't matter. For whatever reason, that's how the playoffs are. So, key drivers like Truex, Harvick, and Kyle Busch, they can have an off week if they want. For Truex, he has two. So, that's good for him,
He'll still be in the playoffs. I mean,
yeah.
What's it really matter?
I wonder what it would be like to run like they do.
Garbage.
And then we would see Kyle Larson going for his 4th Michigan win. It's not going to happen today because he spins. Into the grass he goes. Not too much damage to it, but he just could not reach back to the front. So something about these 4 in a row, they just don't seem to work out for some reason.
No. We've had a whole lot of 3 in a rows this year, but
yeah,
we haven't been able to see a quad feed. So really sad to see the 42 car spin, and just with Chevrolets in general, even when the Chevrolets are fast, as we've seen with the 42 car at Kansas, he was fast. He should have won, but he didn't win. There's just these little events that have been plaguing the Chevrolet cars. So
then Paul Menard stays out, trying to pull a Casey Kane, and for him,
he's not Casey Kane.
For him, it works. He managed to stay in the top 5 through the entire run. He held off Kyle Busch, and Harvick would go on to win Stage 2, his 8th of the season. So he is a Martin Truex this year.
Really impressive by that 4 team so far this year. All the wins that they've had on all the separate kinds of tracks and different packages. When we ran the Patmobile at the All-Star race with the big wing and the drag and the yes, he was fast there. He's been fast on short tracks. So really, really impressive how dominant we've seen the Ford car.
Then in Stage 3, it is now an official race. If any rain were to happen, it would be over. Clint Bowyer decides to take 2 tires, so he would win the race off pit road. And it would be an intense battle between him and Kevin Harvick for the lead. Harvick almost clears him, and then Stenhouse spins. And the rain is on the way. The rain happens. Clint Bowyer clinches a win. Another win, actually, of the season.
But wait, not before the NASCAR online services. They decide to take a bathroom break, and would you like to describe the issues that happened with the scoring?
Well, NASCAR told 2 different sides of the field, 2 different things. The pace car was going down pit road, and they didn't know to either go down pit road or to stay out and just wave the checkered. But apparently one half of the field knew to go down pit road, one half of the field decided to stay out. Kyle Busch ended up being the pace car for the second group of the field. So
Toyota, let's go places.
They're going places. People has claimed that Kyle Busch should have won since he actually did what NASCAR told them to, but
he was the pace car, though.
He was
the
pace car.
You can't win if you're the pace car.
Yeah, so Paul Menard actually should have won that race by those standards, but it would be Clint Bowyer who would get the official win, and yeah, it was just an odd race.
Really odd ending to such an odd race.
Yeah. So it's fitting. So
that's what happens when you go in the Northwest Michigan. Really nice track, though.
Yeah.
What did you think of this whole new package that they ran?
It was decent. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too terrible. Yeah. So yeah, I think they just need to really improve on the side force of these cars, and we'll have some good racing. No need for research and development. We have a good car.
My goodness. I mean, hey, you could always do what the 2 team did a couple years ago. You can just haul into the side of the car,
Yeah.
Create some side downforce right on the door. So It worked too, man.
Yeah, it did.
We've been seeing like some really cool little cheeky stuff so far. Like with Harvick, he's been starting this thing with the rear window, and Brad with the side door. I like this stuff. This is cool to watch.
It's called engineering, man. It's awesome. But
are you gonna cheat with the air?
who can cheat with the air this week? That's what they should call these shows on NASCAR. But that would be our Michigan race review. There's no penalties as we know of currently, so the NASCAR and Reddit has not put any pictures of Clint Bowyer's windshield yet, so stay tuned for that in the next week's podcast. But next week we will be having our halftime show. We did this show last year and it did pretty well, but we're just going to be recapping the middle half of the season up until the point that we are now. And we'll be...
It's not really a half, though, is it, then?
It's not.
If we're not doing the half.
It's not half, not technically half, but
quarter?
It's close to a half, so...
Like a quarter?
Yeah, I guess. Quarter time show. Somewhere in there. So, Sunday, there's no NASCAR.
You'll have something else to watch. You'll
Yeah.
have our halftime show.
Yep.
That's not really half.
It's what we call it, so get used to it. Yeah, if you want to talk about NASCAR, discuss some stuff in the comments down below. Yeah, we'll do that. But anyways, that is this week's race review. Congratulations to Clint Bowyer, Storthaus Racing, Roush Yates, and Ford Performance. Very dominant. Well, not a dominant win, but dominant for Ford.
Yeah. Not for Clint Bowyer per se, however, the entire
Ford,
Roush Yates, Ford, Storthaus Racing, Penske, they were clearly the faster cars. So
yeah, even Kyle Busch mentioned that. But we'll make our picks for Sonoma in next week's show, the halftime show, quarter show, half a quarter show, whatever we're going to call it. But yeah, we'll make our picks there, and we'll see you then.